I've been living rough now for about 4 years. I lost my partner through liver cancer and just went into a depression. From there it just went downhill.
Krissie is one of the 25,000 Victorians who experience homelessness in Victoria, a massive issue. Yet, the experience during COVID-19 and the never-ending lockdowns has rarely been talked about. To understand how people who are sleeping rough deal with the pandemic, we went to Melbourne CBD. Here we met Krissie, who was keen to describe her struggles.
The less people that are around, the more vulnerable we are.
So lockdowns would be an
absolute terror.
time.
Yeah, terrifying. Before the lockdown it would be 30,000 people walking past you in the morning, and now there's like maybe a couple of hundred. Those couple of hundred don't even look down at you. They're too scared to come near you because they're scared of, if you've got a cough or if you've got a sniffle from sleeping out and being exposed to the weather.
Since COVID-19 arrived in Victoria, the life of many has become difficult and they had to cope with drastic changes. Face masks became mandatory, playgrounds were closed and harsh lockdowns were imposed. But for Krissie, the pandemic made life unsafe as she had to adapt to empty streets.
I've been kicked in the face and I've lost teeth and I've been hit over the head with a bottle and all that sort of. Well, I've been sleeping. I've made a point of trying to make myself as safe as possible by putting myself in front of cameras, and there's always cameras in front of 7-Eleven and always cameras in front of chemists and that. So you just look out for where you can be safer, and that the closer you are to a camera, the more likely they are to see the drama and the problem unfold, so you're more likely to get an identification. I copped a $1,600 fine. $1,600 fine because I was five kilometres out of wherever, yeah. But a homeless person, where's a homeless person supposed to be based? It's just ridiculous. And like, what, 5 kilometres, where are we? 5 kilometres, where's home? And I was going to the doctors anyway, but I haven't heard anything back again, yeah. But I'll eventually hear about it. But I'll fight that in court. I'll happily fight that in court. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. God bless. I like everybody to be as safe as possible. I try to get rid of masks. If they can't afford to buy them, I give them away. It's important to keep everybody safe.
Would you get vaccinated?
I'm half vaccinated. Yeah, being homeless and that, yeah. It's important to make sure that we keep ourselves as safe as possible.
Since the pandemic began, the government has offered people who are sleeping rough short-term crisis accommodation. However, Krissie does not want this temporary relief.
I've been given a little bit of accommodation here and there in motels and stuff through, being homeless and through the housing program, but it's an on and off thing, so it's easier just to stay out rather than pack up your bags and have to go to Timbuktu to stay in a motel for 2 nights here, 3 nights there. Just whenever they feel like, doing it, updating your stay or whatever. But you go through so much anxiety that, I'd rather be independent and just, rely on the good people that go past me. And there are a lot of good people, and I believe in God. God will look out for me. Oh, thank you. It's the best thing I invested in. When you get to see people's faces every day and you see their struggles are the same as yours, you just you got to support each other, because if you don't, then, you can't get any further down here on a footpath.
While we were filming nearby, we saw a stranger hand her something. We headed over to see what it was.
And came past with a brand new phone and everything for me, and a new coat. And that's what I mean. There are a lot of good people around, So fantastic. I feel like it's Christmas.
It's a wonderful week for you, I guess.
Oh, it only gets better, because I know I'm not going to be sleeping on this footpath. I finally got housing and I move into it next Friday. Look, I'm so wrapped.
Where is it?
In East Brunswick. Yeah, look, it's been such a long wait. It really has. And I'm so happy I could cry. very emotional. Very emotional.
So it's 4 years that,
Yeah.
that end next
On a footpath. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about all that.
And is it for long term?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, I persevered with it all and I'm finally there. I've just got this last week to go.
Yeah.
And then I'm in. I pick up the keys on Friday. I can't wait. So yeah, get on my feet properly and settle myself down, and then I'll go and pay it forward and try and help other homeless people, and that make sure that, you know, I pay my bit forward because I know what it's like, you know. It's just the right thing to do.
Until here, Krissie's story seems like it ended on a positive note. However, while editing, we checked for updates on her online and found a warrant. Since the end of August, Krissie is wanted for robbery and theft. We were shocked and found this hard to believe, so we called the police and the housing department. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any updates. So we went back to where we interviewed her. She wasn't there, and none of the staff in the nearby shops had seen her recently. During our interview with Krissie, we found her to be genuine. When we saw that she was wanted by the police, we initially doubted her story. But when we reflected on our conversation and the open way she spoke with us,
He even told me, just take it in.
we felt that she was telling the truth. And most importantly, her story opened our eyes. After all, we did see many homeless people in front of 7-Elevens and can now better understand the insecurities of living on the streets during the pandemic.